Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you again with another game of hardcore Minecraft, a sentence you'll be familiar with. So another boring day is planned, right? No, that's not right. Why am I here? Oh, I just came to the surface, and then I was reevaluating my life. I had to go to bed. It's all becoming clear to me now. It is now the next morning, which you can tell from my cheerful demeanor. And also that I might periodically be muting the microphone to take a swig of coffee, and then might exclaim at how hot it is. It depends. Totally remains to be seen. I do love coffee. I also do love drinking coffee at night, although I know you're not supposed to. But right now, it is not the nighttime. In my time, it is the morning, and I do not have a ton of time to play. I usually say that before making a super long video, which I theoretically could do right now, but I'm trying to do this slightly quickly. We'll see how that works out. The important thing is that I know the pets are happy to see me. We've been away for a little while. Hi, Garuda. And you know, Bella, a special treat for you. Oh, actually, she doesn't want tropical fish. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to get some regular fish for her, or she's gonna be annoyed with me. Well, first things first, I probably need to make a couple more chests. And then I'll just throw them here by the other chest. This is like the worst way to organize things. And really, the word organize itself is doing just so much work in that sentence. It's working harder than all of the other words combined. So a couple things we have to do. First of all, we're just going to run over here real quick and get to smelting some of this iron and gold. Not the clay. Bricks are fine in the long run, but I'm going to try to sell these clay, I think. And now we're level 33. It'll keep on getting bigger, the level will, but what was I doing? I was trying to get sticks, yeah, so I need to get some stone. We'll sell the rest of it. Tons of iron. Alright, yeah, we're leaving the moments in the game where it's practical to do things in small amounts, that's for sure. With my 64 iron, we'll run downstairs. And that's the best thing of having a treehouse, you know. You could think it's the security or like the wonderful visibility to be able to get it so far from home and look up and see the beauty of the orange in the trees. But really, it's quick river access. Because if you're anything like me, and, you know, once again, sorry if you are, I imagine you are always leaving fish just floating in water, which is wasteful. I wish that you could continue doing your good swimming while you were at the surface without it getting all weird like so. And this is, I don't want to be like, I know how to swim, but I do. I couldn't do commentary on it for the television and sound credible, but I know how to swim personally. I've swum, that's probably even the right word. I've talked about it so much. Moderate distances, you know, back in the day, I definitely swam more than a mile on several occasions because I was a weirdo and I liked swimming. But what I'm saying is there's no reason why a person swimming in water would go from a lovely breaststroke and then all of a sudden start like treading water and like trying to bob up to the surface. Not unless they were doing a bit. And I don't see why it's automatic for my Minecraft character to do it whenever we get to the surface. If I like jumped all the way out of it, I could see it. Maybe it's that I'm hitting spacebar at all whenever I'm close to the surface of the water. But it's not like Mario. In Mario 64, you could breathe through Mario's feet. Because the character model was what needed to get to the air. I remember thinking that was delightfully funny as a child. I would endeavor to swip it around and show other people in the room that Mario could breathe through his feet. I thought it was great fun. Sure, you can appreciate the kind of kid I was just from that small story. But one wonderful thing now about the current era, we're not going to sell those stone actually, because we do need to make a couple of redstone things. And I just need sticks to do the rest of this, and not totally pleased with the behavior of some of the villagers just dropping in all the time. Of course, I'm sure that they have their own criticisms of me, like how I leave boxes full of junk absolutely everywhere. Oh, well, there's where some of the salmon went. Because after all, whenever I'm cleaning up my inventory, I will just throw anything anywhere, just to get it out of the way. And I figure, hey, you know, I'll come back for that some later time. First of all, wrong. That's a lie. I won't come back for it. I'll forget all about it. And significantly later, I'll come back like nothing happened and be like, hey, whatever happened to that thing that I definitely had around? So we need 2 torches per repeater. I need to make a chest for a hopper. Just one, I think. Yeah, because we're not doing like a really, really big, intensive chicken farm here. First of all, I need to build it more intelligently. This is the early stage one. The great thing about a chicken farm is that it's very easy to uproot or up egg, whichever verb you want to go with for it. So all we're going to do here is build straight out from the dispenser just to simplify a little bit. And this is going to increase the possibility that people fall in the top. But we're just going to, we're going to fix that. We don't need to be able to see where the chickens are, right? Because we know this is going to work. And this way we'll have less of that danger. So after digging a bunch of dirt around, now we're going to put more dirt here. This golem is sort of getting on my nerves, but after all, we are in his neighborhood. So we'll try to be cognizant of that. And I'm probably putting slightly more dirt down than I need. I should just build... Yeah, alright, so I also will need a lever. This is what it's like inside my brain. Just a long series of incomplete sentences. Rather than pretending I know how to build a lever, I'm going to search for a lever or a lever if you're in a movie. Alright, so cobblestone, which I probably don't have. Alright, we're going to do that thing where I just dive into the river and find some. You know, that is how bountiful the natural world truly is. All you have to do is have a dream attached to one specific resource, and then before you know it, you'll have it. You could throw your bed down surrounded by what would be an absolutely miserable smelling place with all of these animals. But perhaps the iron golems like cleanse the air, right? With their healthy influence. It's hard to say, but so repeaters, I've got plenty of dust. And I've got my lever. And that is all of the stuff that I'll need to automate this little system. And I just need to make one more, I need to make one more chest, but I don't have the wood for it right here. You can bash different kinds of wood together to make a chest, I believe, so it won't matter that those are different things. Alright, so here we go. You just have a connection. This is sort of clumsy how we're building this, but if I do like this, okay, yeah, I didn't even need to go so vertical here. Brilliant. Alright, I'm really demonstrating that I know what I'm doing here, aren't I? So we're going to build a little clock. It doesn't take much. All you want to do is place a redstone, place a repeater, you click it down to the lowest one, one here, you rotate your head, place another repeater, click it down to the lowest one, bam, there's a little block, and now we're just going to put a lever onto it. Yeah, normally I set it from one side, but I guess I could do it any side for it. Alright, I messed it up. Anyway, it won't be too hard to fix. Normally I have the lever in a slightly different position, but it is not necessary to do so. And I can just turn the clock on or not. Alright, so the clock is on now. And then we'll just complete the circuit. And that lovely clicking sound is the sound of these eggs getting dispensed, which is also why we won't be spending a ton of time around here. Oh, I need to get the chest in order to put it on top. All right, why don't we just... All right, so that's the sound of the block, but we don't need that. We don't need the sound of the block at all. That's going to be a thing that we're going to have to live without if we're going to be around this clock. So basically, now all of the dispensing is happening. The problem is that our chests are slightly far away from the upper chest, which is where we actually want to be accessing. And this is, again, like a kind of mad ad hoc system of building one. Really, it's just to get the eggs out into it and get this production going so that I can get on to other things. Because what I have to do now is just throw these eggs in there, and through no effort of my own, they will all turn into baby chickens. As we see clearly here, it's bashing them against the wall. At least I thought it was. Wait. Am I stupid? Yes, I am. This is a dropper, and that is not what I need. Okay, so, good deal. And that is why you always test your machines. So I should turn this off, which you can do just by breaking the circuit there, because I made a dropper, not a dispenser. Amazing. Oh, it's the same thing, but without a bow in the middle. Right. Of course it is. Well, we're gonna buy a brand new bow. Well, this is why you always test your machines, folks. That is pretty funny. Not really funny, but pretty funny. And you know, it's fine, because the eggs are still all down there. and they'll be in this hopper, and all we have to do is go and get a another brace of cobblestone, which we'll do like always by diving to the bottom of the river. We needed like 7 or something. We'll just get a few more. Put a torch down here so that we don't cause a hive of scum and villainy to commence. I like little areas like this that are like sort of secret. Like I would always know from now on, like, okay, right under the sheepfold I can dive down and then we'll have an area that we can defend. But one thing that we can't defend is making a dropper when we're supposed to do a dispenser. So now we go. And now I will demonstrate how these things are supposed to do. You know, when the dropper was facing all weird, that should have been a Q. We'll just go right over here and see if everything looks right. It does not. It's facing up. Does it face towards you when you put it down? It does. All right, so that's all we got to do. And now the dispenser will have all the things in it. We'll complete the redstone circuit. The clock will start ticking. We'll go down inside, and it will demonstrate that I have a baseline understanding of how to build a machine in this game, although not a good concept of how to do it on the first try. So one problem with this is, I mean, I could have the dispenser far lower and then I could access the chest from inside. That would be a lot better. We see from the cracked eggs that it is working, because that's what you're looking for, is the cracks. Where's it falling down from? Yeah, right here. So, because this is what you want to see. You want to see broken eggs falling down, not functional ones. But I guess we could, if the chickens would cooperate, because we could just go up 1 or 2. Could we? Yeah, so we would be able to theoretically access it, but that would lead us making it able for villagers to fall down. And the absolute misery of being inside of one of these chicken coops with this many chickens is why the thing to do is slash away a little bit and just get a whole bunch of experience. When you don't have like a water system, this way right here works pretty well, because the young chickens aren't like strong enough in character model to push through. They get sort of like locked here in the side. They can't get out. And the adult chickens move them out of the way. But this is exactly the kind of thing that you shouldn't be doing if you don't have a ton of inventory space, because there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of chicken and chicken parts going on in there. Because, yeah, even with just this amount here, so they try to go into this little hole in the wall, which leads them to that little thing, because they interpret this as less cramming space. And it's not ideal, but it also doesn't, like, really cause you a problem. But now we're getting to the point where some of the chicks are able to push through and get up to the top, so it's best to not swing too much, as they don't lead to experience or riches. But you get the Fletcher will eventually buy feathers, and the butcher will buy raw chicken, and then the eggs. You can't sell to anyone, but obviously you just throw them at the wall and make more chickens out of them, which makes it a more or less self-sustaining farm, and obviously that is pretty cool. And we've got just so much more to do, but this is going to get us in a good spot. And hey, speaking of the butcher, look at this. He is just gonna buy all of these chickens, and he levels up. Now he wants to buy coal. I don't want to do that. He'll sell pork chops now. I don't want to do that, because unlike some of these other guys, we are absolutely going to have so much chicken. Not right now, but in the very short-term future, to where you certainly don't want to spend time leveling them up and resources when it's basically going to be automatic. And every single one of them that you level up to the one beyond this that I've ever seen buys raw beef, so that'll be another good thing. It's like 1 in every 4 or so, maybe it's 8 chicken throws you get a chicken. So it's still going to be many dozens just there, and that's a chicken farm. It is clumsy. It's only got 1 level of automation, maybe 2 levels of automation, since the droppers drop from chests and then the thing throws at the wall, and it does it automatically rather than just, whatever. My initial one, I did a big long line of dispensers, and I clicked them individually. But that's no longer the sort of technique that I'm using. And now, free of the sound of the block, how many are left in there? Yeah, it just goes, not immediately, but pretty swiftly. And before you know it, it's all dealt with. So what does this librarian know? He knows Quick Charge 1. I don't care. I'm almost out of food, however. I do need to care about that. I've left my steaks. Have you seen my steaks? They are oblong and the color of steak. All right, here we go. Delicious. Just looking around real quick to see if I've left anything of particular value here. I think we're okay. We don't need the compass. Flint trades are fine. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. We can make a cartographer, and there's no reason not to. They sell different kinds of maps. I've seen one that sold one to Trial Ruins, and then one that sold it to like ocean places. Infinity, I think, is just not worth saving as a lectern, so we're gonna cycle this guy a couple of times. Prot 1, worthless. Oh, well, that's okay. I was gonna say what a disaster. Okay, here's our cartographer. What does he buy? He buys paper, and he sells empty maps. Great. But I got a map to the Trial Ruin. I got a map to an ocean monument before, which I don't have like any interest at all in going to in hardcore. Perish the thought. I'm much too stupid to want to do that. But I'm just trying to figure out now what I'm supposed to do with my time. I think probably just end the video. I need a mending book, But I don't have to do it right away. This armor will last for another couple expeditions before I need to get one. And yes, the chickens are going crazy in there. The next thing to do would be to automate the collection of eggs, which you would usually do by throwing water in an area, and then all the eggs that are laid would go down into it. But I think we're just going to leave this one basically at this level, and we're going to build another one, a better one, and then not move these chickens over there. Rather, we will eliminate them. But that all is for the future. You know, I guess I could make a nether portal. I don't think I want to do that, though. I'm very stupid, and I don't understand the nether at all. I've been in one time with monsters on Ever, so I sort of fear that. Normally this would be the point where I like farmed up some emeralds, but I actually, for the first time, can say that I've got plenty of emeralds. So objective-wise, yeah, it's just experience. Just experience in a mending book. And then absolutely everything is achieved as far as all of the things that I think I need to do in Minecraft. After that, it would just be exploring, getting in adventures, and probably dying for a dumb reason. Probably. Just trying to process in a way like how it feels to be doing this well in hardcore. I've always died long before we got to this point. Because this is basically like, I mean, I have better tools and way more stuff in my survival world, but this is the level of technology that I'm at. You know, I don't, when I need something made out of diamond, I just talk to a villager and throw some emeralds at them. And of course I don't have as many items as I need, which is why I'm still hitting these pumpkins. No, that's a lie. I'd be hitting these pumpkins if I had a whole tower made out of emerald. Because you can farm for money, but the land will never love you back. Not if that's why you're farming. But if you grow a watermelon because you love watermelon, well then you've got something. Something pretty special. A watermelon that knows that you only hit it with your axe because you're really, really into collecting things. And that's a watermelon that'll forgive you every time. Because not everybody that swings the axe loves the tree, right? And I think that the tree can tell the difference. I sure hope it can. But all of that is to say that I'm so glad to be making these videos. I really hope you're enjoying them. We're going to run to the home, and as the night falls, that'll be a good time to end the video. I think I left all of that iron over there, and it's actually okay because I have just a ton more iron up here. Yeah, now we're level 37, so that's a couple more enchantments we could do. Somebody mentioned that I could just put the enchantments onto books and then jam them onto equipment later. I don't know if that would cost extra experience levels, but I am willing to check it out. So if we'll just see, like, for here. Well, I know it would increase it, but how much? So if we got a book of blast protection, oh, it's already got regular protection. I guess they can't stack. So that's not gonna teach me anything. So if I just put it on iron one, it would be 6 to put it on. So while that would be okay and it would require not burning on the enchantments once we got a good book, it would be more experience levels that we had to spend. That's not ideal. I sure hope I left the lapis out there. I meant to. So what do I even do now? Burn down a shovel to fish for a better one? No, I don't. Because Prot 3 on itself is fine. We have already got Unbreaking 3, and there's not even really highly desirable chunks for that. Fish for feather falling on boots? But that would be... that would be a thing that we'll wait for the next video. Until then, I did want to say, as always, thank you so much for being here. It makes me feel like I'm supposed to be here talking to myself instead of just merely here talking to myself. We'll lay down for the night. A great success, indeed. Because now, as we rest, the painful clicking of the redstone clock is ticking over there. We can turn block sounds back on a little bit, and then, well, we'll just turn them back off if the clicking bothers me too much. But when we return, I'm not really sure what we'll do. Because I did the thing where I said all the stuff I thought we were going to do in the last video, and I don't think I did any of that. I think I just stayed at home. But I do want to put the lapis up. But when we return, I'll be playing Minecraft. That's the one thing we can say for certain. We'll get our spyglass out and look around at all the things that there can be in the world. And there's no telling what we'll find. There could be bamboo. Maybe we'll go and try to find random birds to look at. Look at some sheep. Could be anything at all. But that'll do it for this one. I gotta go ahead and get ready for the day. Yeah. If this is resonating with you, then I'm glad. I really do have a great time making these. There's often a moment when I'm doing it where I'm like, dude, what are you even doing this for? But people are watching them, and that is ultimately just so satisfying for me. Because, of course, I'm not, like, buying ad space for these or anything. It's really cool that the internet has sent you to me, and unless I've bothered you about it in real life, and that's why you're here. But thank you so much. Your viewership makes my involvement in this little hobby of mine much more enjoyable than it would be otherwise. I'd probably be dead 100 times over in this Minecraft world if it weren't for the channel, because I'd probably just be much more careless. But that is all something for another day. We're just going to spyglass around a little bit. This is the sort of thing that I've been missing out on by not having amethyst in my life. But now I know you can do this. I don't know what else you can get with amethyst, but besides a dry mouth and a twisted tongue. But I said I was going to end it. It's even true. More or less. Also, try Braid. Haven't played that. Good band. Probably talked about that before. I really am going to end the video. You can tell because I'm hitting stop right now.